On the night of August 5, 2002, the quiet town of True, Texas, was settling into a peaceful evening. But inside the parsonage of the local Methodist church, a tragedy was unfolding. A terrified Pastor Mike Tabb appeared at his neighbor's door with his 2 young children, pale and shaking. He claimed his wife, Marla, had been brutally attacked. When police arrived, they found chaos in the bedroom, overturned furniture, broken frames, and Marla lying lifeless on the floor. At first, it seemed like a failed burglary, but nothing was missing, and investigators quickly realized something far more personal had taken place. Marla's early life. Born in 1967 in Beaumont, Texas, Marla grew up in a loving Christian home. She was known for her compassion, beauty, remarkable singing voice, and deep involvement in the Methodist Church. She led worship, directed youth ministries, and became well-respected in her community. Her life changed when she met Mike Tabb, a dedicated Methodist minister and military chaplain. Their shared faith drew them together. In 1998, they married and moved to the military base where Mike served. Marla supported him fully, embracing her role as a pastor's wife. 2 years later, they welcomed their first child, Jonathan. But as Mike gained recognition for his dynamic preaching, he began traveling constantly. Marla struggled with the loneliness of raising a child mostly on her own. Their relationship became strained, worsened by a miscarriage she suffered during this period. A difficult move to Troop. In 2002, as Marla neared the end of her second pregnancy, Mike was suddenly discharged from military service and reassigned to a small church in Troop, Texas. The family had little time to prepare. Marla found the transition overwhelming, moving to a small rural town, caring for a toddler, and dealing with late pregnancy complications. Church members had high expectations for a pastor's wife, but Marla appeared emotionally exhausted. Some congregants interpreted her stress as aloofness or disrespect, especially after one incident where she publicly confronted Mike. Rumors spread quickly in the conservative community. On July 25, 2002, Marla delivered her second son via emergency C-section. Though she tried to regain her strength and settle into her role, the pressure on her marriage and the demands of her environment continued to build. The night of the murder. On August 5th, Mike claimed he came home to find the front door ajar and Marla lying unresponsive in the bedroom. The autopsy revealed she had been struck with massive blunt force, breaking her jaw and causing fatal head injuries. Even before official reports were released, Mike volunteered the idea that she was killed with a baseball bat, an oddly specific comment that raised red flags for investigators. A double life exposed. The investigation took a dramatic turn when Marla's sister Melanie revealed something shocking. Weeks before her death, Marla discovered a flyer for a strip club hidden in Mike's pants. When confronted, Mike lied, claiming it belonged to someone he was counseling. But the truth unraveled quickly. Detectives discovered that Mike had set up 2 secret P.O. boxes, one in Troop and another back in North Carolina. Through these, he maintained a double life involving strip clubs, heavy drinking, and escort visits during his so-called church trips. Authorities put him under covert surveillance. Disturbingly, just days after Marla's funeral, Mike was seen entering an elite gentlemen's club known for serving high-profile clients. The murder weapon and forensic evidence. Inside the parsonage, investigators noticed a wooden table with a missing leg. Forensic testing suggested it matched the injuries on Marla's body. Luminol tests further revealed traces of Marla's blood, inside the trunk of Mike's car, on his shoes, and even on the shoelaces. This evidence was enough for police to secure an arrest warrant. On August 8th, Mike was arrested, but released the same day on $50,000 bail. Attempt to escape justice. A plea deal for a 50-year sentence was being prepared, but when the court date arrived, Mike didn't show up. He was later found near a lake with a self-inflicted stab wound. Witnesses reported seeing him hiding behind a tree and throwing something into the water. Divers later recovered the knife he used. Following this, prosecutors pushed for a harsher sentence, raising it to 55 years. According to the defense, Mike simply wanted to spare his children the pain of a full trial, though by then, the story had already reached national headlines. Marla's sister delivered a heartbreaking victim impact statement, reminding him that his actions left 2 children without their mother. According to the defense, Mike simply wanted to spare his children the pain of a full trial, though by then, the story had already reached national headlines. Marla's sister delivered a heartbreaking victim impact statement, reminding him that his actions left 2 children without their mother. Aftermath and Mike's death under Texas law, Mike wouldn't be eligible for parole until he served at least 27.5 years, but he never made it that far. He repeatedly attempted suicide in prison and ultimately died in custody in 2023, 20 years into his sentence. His headstone does not display a date of death, only the words, "loving son." In a final, bitter irony, his family still listed Marla as his spouse in the memorial records. Ending. The man who stood in church preaching faith and morality led a double life filled with deception, infidelity, and violence. His choices stole a mother from her children, a daughter from her parents, and a future Marla had lovingly envisioned. She dedicated her life to faith, family, and compassion, only to be betrayed by the man who vowed to protect her.